Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Kiwiinbacon's Egg Salad Warlock. It's a deck that I've been really excited to play. We actually played a similar kind of Grim Rally egg-ish Warlock, I think in the first week of the expansion, and it was really fun. It was a deck that I was excited for people to do some more experimentation with and kind of figure the archetype out, but that never really happened. I think people kind of kept playing their Heal Zoo Warlocks, and it didn't really have a place in the meta, so people kind of, you know, slowly moved away from playing aggressive Warlock decks. You still see a couple every so often, particularly at those high ranks, but for now, Zoo Warlock on a bit of a simmer. So I'm really excited to play this Egg Salad Warlock. So what we're trying to do here is play a bunch of eggs, some specifically named after that. So we've got Scarab Egg and Devil's Oar Egg, but we've also got other cards that are kind of happy to die. You know, Mecharoo's going to poop out another 1/1. Kobold Librarian's kind of just there to draw a card. Firefly replaces itself, pretty low value. So we've got a lot of things that we can sacrifice, and we're going to try and be getting a lot of value out of sacrificing those cards. We've got Sanguine Reveler, so we can have a 1-mana 3/3. You know, potentially pop this Devil's Oar Egg, get a 5/5 as well. Big swingy play. We've also got Grim Rally. This is a really exciting card from the newest expansion. 1-mana spell, destroy a friendly minion, give your minions +1/+1. So extremely good with, you know, Scarab Egg, because it does pop out a bunch of 1/1s. Great with Doubling Imp. Great with all these kind of lots of 1-drops to go wide. So I think that's one of the more interesting parts of the deck, one of the more fun parts of the deck. And the other side of things, we've got Witch's Cauldron in here as well, so we can also gain some more value off of sacrificing things. And Ravenous Pterodax is another kind of upside. You know, if we can curve a Devil's Oar Egg into a Pterodax, we're gonna, you know, maybe get a really big Pterodax. We could get a 7/7. We could get, you know, some Wind Fury. We could get a more defensive minion or a more resilient minion with, you know, Divine Shield or Untargetable. And we also get the 5/5 from the Devil's Oar Egg. So lots of kind of little synergies here. You know, even Scarab Egg and Knife Juggler, or just Knife Juggler and a bunch of 1-drops is another nice little part to the deck. The only kind of concerns that I have, we don't actually have too many eggs, but we do have a lot of ways to sacrifice creatures. We've only really got the Scarab Egg and the Devil's Oar Egg, and so we've got 4 eggs, but we've got 8 ways to sacrifice things in here. Which may be a bit overboard. One of the things I liked about the first deck that we played is it had Carnivorous Cube in the deck, and Carnivorous Cube kind of doubles as both a way to sacrifice creatures, but in itself is kind of an egg. It wants to be sacrificed to gain some value. So that's one of the kind of reasons I like the other deck. Or liked kind of what it was going for. But we've also got some fun stuff like Witch's Cauldron in here. And this deck is definitely a bit more aggressively minded, a bit more lower curve. Only other thing we want to be careful for is this Void Ripper kind of nombos with his Witch's Cauldrons. But apart from that, it all looks pretty solid. So I expect this deck to do pretty well against other aggressive decks. But the real question is if we can kind of close the game out against some of those mid-range or control decks quick enough. So without further ado, we'll jump into some games and we'll see how we go. Alright, here with the Warlock Mirror.
I am your nightmare.
So one of the things I didn't mention in the intro is that Soul Infusion is slightly awkward. I mean, it used to be that Soul Infusion is fantastic in aggressive Warlock decks because you had both Doubling Imp and Saronite Chain Gang, which were tremendous targets for Soul Infusion. But as it stands with just Doubling Imp, it's not so great, and also I don't know if we necessarily want to drop Soul Infusion on one of our eggs, even though it does buff it up and allows it to, you know, attack in and things like that. It also makes sacrificing the egg to another effect a little bit worse, so I think we'll keep the Kobold Librarian in the Witch's Cauldron. Keen to see how this Witch's Cauldron goes, and especially if our opponent's on even lock or control, we might actually be able to get a couple of cards. Unfortunately, of course, we draw the Void Ripper immediately. Yuck. It's fun to choose. Oh well, I guess we can. Guess we'll find out what how good Soul Infusion is in this situation. At least it stops this Void Ripper from killing the Witch's Cauldron. It actually turns it into a 6-2. I could have a Sanguine Reveler. No, I think I want to drop this Witch's Cauldron next turn, so... So even Warlock, we've got to be careful for Mountain Giants, but we've got a pretty good board here. Opponent might be tanking on if they defile this board, or if they go for the tap. Swampers. Well, we can get some value immediately off of our Witch's Cauldron. Give us a Hex. Give me a Hex. Zap. I mean... It's probably not going to have many targets. Coin.
Your magic shall not save.
Spellbreaker. Yummy.
Relax. It's
I
a
want
party.
too much. Hump. So not as good as our board position last turn. What Swampers, let's say?
Just one more.
Does get us if they have a Defile here, right? Opponent's already on 16 though, so we're doing well. Jimbo, good job. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Cauldron is much funsies. Absolutely Prophecy. Good to see you in the chat there. We've been playing 2 Cauldron decks today. We just got done playing a Cauldron Odd Paladin. Real excited. This from Witchwood, yeah. Real excited to play another year's worth of Cauldron decks. Is there any elementals in this deck? No.
Just one more.
Alright, deck. Come on. Don't make me have to play this Void Ripper. Prince Liam? Yeah. The Odd Paladin deck was the one Witch's Cauldron, one Prince Liam. It's the deck from Jelenia Wati. There's the old MG. MGM Grand. That's a pretty good draw. So we can crack this, and then we can Void Ripper, and it will have some very aggressive boys.
So many possibilities.
So I guess we can tap as well.
Reality breaks.
Now, even if our opponent has a board clear, we're still going to get a Devil's Oar out of it, so it might force our opponent to battle in. Prince Liam, the handsome Pole. Oh, Jelenia Wati, correct. He is a very handsome Polish boy.
I wonder.
Can't come to think of it, Hearthstone is a pretty handsome game. There's a lot of good boys out there, and a lot of good girls too. A lot of good people.
I wonder.
Figured you appreciate him? Absolutely. Dread Inferno is pretty good. Does put our opponent on 6.
Almost out of time. You win this time.
Oof. Even though we actually didn't have any gas. Like, I think our opponent might have actually been able to stabilize it. A GG. Wow. That was a good game. Good one to start with. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can get a couple more going. Okay, we're here with Kiwiinbacon's Egg Salad Warlock. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve here. Pretty tempted to keep this. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine, and I think 1, 2, coin 4 is really good as well. So we'll keep all of this. Opponent is on Rogue, so if they are odd Rogue, this Flame Imp probably does not long for the world. Do I like Liam? Do I think Liam is worth the craft? The second Witch's Cauldron. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. If you have 2 Witch's Cauldrons and no Liam, I would just play the 2 Witch's Cauldrons. Wow. Here's Odd Rogue, so this is going to get a little bit difficult. The good thing is, if we do go for the Scarab coin Pterodax, the Pterodax really only dies to the really only dies to Vilespine. Kind of got a second option here of going Knife Juggler, then Grim Rally. Really low value Grim Rally. We'd obviously rather get it after we crack this egg, but yeah, do I think Prince Liam is worth the craft? Probably not. At least right now. I mean, it does open up some pretty fun decks. You've got like you know, Hakar Paladin and stuff like that. Would I craft the second Cauldron? It's around for another year. I might consider it. I think I'd consider crafting the second Cauldron. I think Liam Odd Pally will live come April. Hero Power is too good. I agree that the Hero Power is too good. My issue with Liam, I think, is more that Liam is a very... So, a 5 mana 5/5 play is not great, because that's a deck that can play a 5 mana, you know, 7/7, 8/8 with Frostwolf Warlock. So, he's definitely a worse play immediately for the board. And then you have to consider, well, how long will it take for you to get more value out of Prince Liam versus other cards? And I think it's just too long.
I wonder. I wonder.
Just want to buff this up a little bit further so I can't get taken out by the by just the dagger. Maybe Mech Odd with Witches. I think that's more likely. I think Odd, like Mech Odd Paladin, will probably be the one to live into the next standard cycle. But you do lose a lot, like losing Corridor Creeper, Vine Cleaver, Unidentified Maul. Like if you look at that deck's highest win rate cards, you lose a lot of them. Both the mulligan win rate cards and the played win rate cards. Wargear and Ziliax on the 5. Yeah.
Put this apple on your head.
Gonna go for the Cobalt Librarian Sanguine Reaper rather than the Doubling Imp.
Relax. It's a party. Job's done.
So every deck. Which archetype loses the least? Oh. Like, Odrogue loses Vile Spine. All the control Warlock decks lose Gul'dan. So you kind of have to rely. Ooh, Ziliax is real good here. Ziliax with Cold Blood is tremendous here. Wow, I haven't seen Ziliax in Odrogue for a bit, but it's looking real good here. Our opponent has to take out the Knife Juggler, right? They surely can't risk leaving that in play. But yeah, which archetype loses the most? In Beast Hunter, you lose. Beast Hunter, you lose. Crackling Razor Maw and Rexar, of course. We should have attacked in first. Yeah. So what decks don't rely on Death Knights? I mean, most of the flavors of Mechathune deck will still be around. Like, does Mechathune Druid lose anything?
Ha, this guy's toast.
Yeah, could be the second coming of Druid. Wow, we have very low health. Oh my. Odrogue keeps Hench and the Fox. I mean, Hench Clan's really good. Losing Vile Spine is the real big thing, though. Like, I don't think...
Why me?
I think it can't be understated how important Vile Spine is to Odrogue. We'll probably find out right now, when our opponent Vile Spines this Doomguard. Crystallizer is the new Diamol. Yep, we'll have a 1/3 in the format for a long time, but you know, obviously for Beast Hunter, that's a pretty big loss. You got to look at the classes that will still have a hero card after rotation. So Warrior, Hunter, and Shaman all have an advantage. Definitely all have an advantage in the late game. I think Control Shaman might be pretty good, but you lose Volcano, so we'll have to see if they get another replacement for that, like another board clear tool. I mean, I'm still like, maybe it will be the time for Dr. Boom, because one of the reasons I didn't like Dr. Boom is because it's so bad compared to other late games that other decks have. It's a tremendous draw. Sure.
Mind if I roll need?
Weakness. Bitch face. Job's done.
Unfortunate. Not the greatest evolves. I mean, we'll see if we're dead to a Leroy or a Cold Blood. No. Oh yeah, Cold Blood does it with a combo. But yeah, Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom is good. Definitely better than some Death Knights. Oh, I don't know, dude. I think Dr. Boom is maybe slightly overrated. At least right now. But I think once things rotate, Dr. Boom will be tremendous. Alright, we gotta make something happen this turn. Damn it. Guess we just want to get as many spells as possible, try and hit like a healing rain. We could hit the taunt totem now. Taunt! Alright, we're in there. In the absence of the Death Knights, these relatively weak hero cards will be strong after rotation. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we... Like, all these control Warlocks will be going from, like, a real big step down, you know, Skull, Voidlord, Gul'dan, and now you'll be back to playing, what's his name? Jiraxxus. Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion. Do we Soul Infusion Doomguard, or do we Bloodlust Doomguard? This is an extra 3 damage, this is an extra 2 damage, but this makes our minion bigger. So yeah, we'll go for the Soul Infusion. And this could be more damage over time. But yeah, we're pretty much dead. Like, maybe they drew the Vile Spine, they didn't have an Enabler.
Bolt! Who goes there?
There's Thugger. Alright, come on. What do we got? Doubling him. No, we still got to play it safe. Alright, one turn. One turn. Jiraxxus. Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion. Yep. No! Damn it. Fan of Knives, too. This person was running a pretty interesting version of Oddrogue there, with both Fan of Knives and, did they play Chief Inspector as well? Very interesting, but like down to the wire with the Egg Salad Warlock. GG's, well played to our opponent. I think they did really well. Made a lot of bold plays. And definitely took advantage of having a pretty low life total early on. I think, as far as our own play goes, maybe we need to try to get a lot more value out of Grim Rally, and try and hold those cards a bit more, as we were being pretty aggressive with deploying those cards. But GG's, well played.
I will fight with honor.
All right, up here against the Paladin. Definitely suspect this to be Odd Paladin. You know what? When we had Soul Infusion Witch's Cauldron, it was actually pretty good. So I think we're going to keep this. I'm going to try and Soul Infusion this Cauldron. Oh, Myra, that's true. You can play Myra's. I mean, I would play Myra's if I was playing Oddrogue right now.
Our curse into
But yeah, no Vile Spines, no Myra's. So yeah, so it could have definitely been a budget list. Alright, so we're up against Even Paladin. So we'll definitely play this Firefly so that we can hit our Soul Infusion on the Witch's Cauldron. Elemental Core 100 has a budget Oddrogue list. Ah, well it could probably be that. Is Chief Inspector a Is Chief Inspector a epic or a rare? I think it's a rare.
for duty.
Kind of fingers crossed we don't run into a consecrate here. That our opponent thinks we might extend a bit more.
Winter is
Okay,
here.
good. So now we can land our Witch's Cauldron. And maybe get some trades off. Or do we play the unbuffed Witch's Cauldron in case they have like a quality pyro?
So many
No, we'll play the buff.
possibilities.
Come on.
Hey, catch!
Job's done.
Primal Talismans. Rare, if I recall. Elemental 100 loves Chief Inspector. You're not wrong. I've seen a couple of his decks with Chief Inspector. I don't know if it's that he hates Chief Inspector
Winter
or that
is
he, that he loves Chief Inspector or that he hates
Reporting for duty.
like Spell Hunter. All right, another Corpse Taker out here. As if we hit Ice Fishing. Do we go for the Witch's Cauldron attack, or do we go for like the Wolves? I think we'll bump in, see what happens. Hey, Frostshock gets there. So let's go for Primal Talisman. Corpse Taker on a curve with full buffs is brutal. Yeah, I mean that's why you run the deck though, right? Like that's why you play even Shaman or even Paladin. Because Corpse Taker, or that's why you play Corpse Taker in those decks, because it's just so brutal. Valany's here too is good. Luckily they can't drop the Valany with the Corpse Taker. A bit too much for me. Munch!
Job's done.
Biazzle, a list with Cauldron. Yeah, it's Cauldron Day. We've played 2 decks with Witch's Cauldron in them. This is the second one. I think this is the better of the Witch's Cauldron decks, though. Or at least the more fun ones. We're definitely getting more Witch's Cauldron triggers this with this deck. There's the equality. Okay. And the Consecrate. So one equality down. But I think we're going to see a probably a Valanyr buffed Lich King next turn.
Reporting for duty.
Did you craft second Golden Cauldron? No. I mean, I only had the one Golden Cauldron from Halloween, right? The one that everyone got. I mean, we could just Bane of Doom this. and go for the high rolls. Otherwise, we go doubling Imp, Feral Spirit. We should go doubling Imp, Feral Spirit.
Stop copying me!
Test our opponents. Test your might. My only one is the free one. I didn't buy too much Witchwood. I don't know. Do I have 2 gold ones in here? Or did I have a normal one? I might have gotten... I might have cracked a golden one.
Reporting for duty.
Did you craft the second golden cauldron? No, I definitely didn't craft... I've never crafted a golden card. Oh, it was a silver hand. No. This is just a...
Why me?
Not great.
Why me?
Not great. 2 gold, I think. Yeah, I think I just opened one out of Witchwood. I've never crafted a golden card. Every gold that I have is from packs or from chests or something like that. Plenty of cards that I'd love to have golden. Ooh, rolling the dice with this Avenging. And they roll pretty well.
Reporting for duty.
Knife Juggler.
Easy pickings. Easy pickings.
Apple on your head. Stop copying me! Stop copying me!
Relax. It's a party.
Job's done.
Alright, 1 down. I was like, maybe we shouldn't attack first, and we should play the Knife Juggler first, and just try and kill one of these Silverhand recruits behind. Wow, that got the Valnier. That's pretty good. That's a big boy. And we're on 1. Well, I never. No, that's the wrong one.
Why
Do we
me?
trade in here first? Yeah, we kind of goofed that. We wanted to hit get rid of the Divine Shield. Alright, Divine Shield down.
Just one more.
But we didn't get the taunt, so they're gonna play Valnier. We'll get the Valnier, and we'll be back on 1. That escalated quickly. Yeah, our opponent was just like, I think I'm gonna put you on 1 right now. Which is a smart move. A bold play. Okay, trying to control the board here. They got an answer for this Pterodactyl.
Ungoro belongs.
Yeah, that counts. What can save us? If we tap, we have to hit both a way to kill our opponent's board and a taunt. Because we go to 3, so we die to this Valnier, so... Yeah, well, 3's a lot like 1. Nice. GG. Unfortunate. We did a lot of stuff though with the Witch's Cauldron and stuff. I think that Avenging Wrath definitely put the game way out of reach for us, and maybe we should have been a bit more careful with our Witch's Cauldrons and tried to stagger them over time, as opposed to we kind of just deployed them pretty quickly And a lot of the Witch's Cauldron stuff, that is our late game, our grindy stuff. Or we could have tried to be a bit more aggressive. You know, make our opponent play that equality, consecrate a couple of turns earlier, so then we can have a bit more of a shot in the late game. But GG's, well played to our opponent. We'll take a look at the deck. Ultimately, I think this deck is pretty fun, but it feels like there's something there. We play these decks every so often where, you know, it feels like there's some nice synergies, or that there's a good game plan or something like that. And I feel like, you know, even if you just look at the cards next to each other, you know, Knife Juggler, Scarab Egg, Grim Rally, all these cards feel like they mix very well together. The cards that I'm unsure about are the cards like, I mean, generally kind of concerned about Witch's Cauldron. I think it's good, but also it just kind of non-bows a little bit. I'm also unsure about the Soul Infusion and Doubling Imp, that we could be doing something that's a bit more consistent, doesn't require as much setup to gain full value off of those kinds of cards. I like the 1-drop selection. Maybe look to add another egg into the deck. Like, what are some or like Carnivorous Cube or something like that. Like, what are some sweet death rattles we can potentially play? I mean, Egg Napper's another nice one. It's also got egg in the name. You know, hey, maybe we could try Arena Treasure Chest with, instead of Witch's Cauldron, as you know, another alternative. Even, you know, Meat Wagon, we could do some shenanigans with that. But there's definitely plenty of options. You know, Carnivorous Cube could get in there. But let me know what you think. Have you been playing around with any kind of egg deck, particularly Warlock deck? Do you think that this is spot on, that this is as good as the deck is going to get? What kind of cards would you add into the deck? Let me know if you're on YouTube in the comments section below. If you're on Hearthstone, feel free to leave a comment on the video. Regardless, big shout out to Kiwiinbacon, one of my favorite content creators as well. Check them out over on Hearthstone, on Twitch, on YouTube as well. Have a fantastic YouTube channel. My name's Tommy Wave. You can catch me on the links below as well. Best place is Twitter at Tommy_Wave. And until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and eat your eggs. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.